Coming up, breaking news about a car crash on campus, how a driver ran into the fountain in front of Chapman.
And spooky updates including what you could spend your weekend doing in San Antonio and how you could expect to spend on candy.
All this and more right now on Newswave. Good afternoon and happy Halloween! Today is Friday, October 31st. I'm Kiara Taylor.
And I'm Odalis Caballero.
On October 20th, over 200 students and faculty gathered at the Magic Stones to urge Trinity University not to sign the Trump administration's Compact for Academic Excellence in Higher Education. President Trump invited all universities to sign the Compact on Truth Social. Signing the Compact will require the university to enforce binary definitions of gender, use lawful force to restrict students' protesting rights, restrict the staff from partaking in social or political acts, and abolish organizations against conservative ideals. The American Association of University Professors, or AAUP, organized a campus-wide event in response to the Compact. The event hosted many student organizations, including Pride, the Black Student Union, Trinity University Latino Association, Revolution Violeta, Trinity Students for Justice in Palestine, Young Democratic Socialists of America, and the Muslim Student Association. Aaliyah Jones, president of the Black Student Union, said that the Compact is, quote, an inherent, nefarious threat to the existence of organizations like BSU, end quote. Aaron Paquet, president of Pride, said, quote, our identity is weaponized by politicians to distract from their failure to support the needs of their constituents, end quote. Though these organizations made their stance known, Trinity's higher administration has made no statement on the Compact.
This past Wednesday around 2 p.m., a car ran into the Chapman Fountain. According to the Trinitonian, the driver, who is not a student, fell asleep at the wheel. TUPD Chief Paul Chapa said the driver declined to comment and said that TUPD will not be pressing charges. While nobody was harmed in the crash, the fountain did sustain damage, and facilities is set to assess the damage and rebuild. As we learn more details about the crash, we will be sure to keep you updated.
Trinity University welcomes New York Times bestselling author Dr. Arthur C. Brooks to answer this age-old question. What is the meaning of our lives? In a Trinity Distinguished Lecture Series titled The Meaning of Your Life, the lecture will take place on Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. in Laurie Auditorium. Dr. Brooks is a professor at the Harvey Kennedy School and the Harvard Business School, where he teaches courses on leadership and happiness. The Distinguished Lecture Series is made possible through the generosity of the Walter F. Brown family of San Antonio. The event is free and open to the public. Registry is required. Please contact the Office of Conferences and Special Programs on Trinity's website.
A rat infestation in South Hall destroyed supplies belonging to at least 10 student organizations this past month. On September 22nd, Trinity University Facility Services responded to and discovered a rat infestation present in South Hall. Interim Executive Director of Campus Services Carlton Hendris described the infestation as, quote, severe, and Facility Services called in a professional remediation service, Service Pro, to address the situation. The Trinitonian reports that both the Student Government Association and the Student Development and Engagement Office are working to help the 10 student organizations confirmed to be affected by the infestation. Facility Services reports that the infestation is believed to be a result of food items being present among affected stored items. The SGA is additionally working on creating guidelines for what should and should not be stored in student organizations in order to try to prevent this incident from taking place again. Coming up, how San Antonio Highway could be the scariest part of your Halloween.
And what weather to expect for Halloween weekend.
Stick around, we'll be right back after this short message.
I'm an engineering science degree major with a mechanical engineering focus and a mathematics minor here at Trinity University. There's definitely a strong support here between the faculty. They teach us all the tools that we need to be successful. There are no limitations. I can go and achieve great things, and that just because I'm a low-income student or just because I might be doubting myself one day doesn't mean that I have to doubt my potential. Just knowing that in my family, being the first one to officially walk across the stage, not with just any degree, but a Trinity University degree, that's just breathtaking.
Welcome back to Newswave. Insurance giant Allstate ranked the stretch of I-10 near exit 578 to Pecan Valley Drive as one of the riskiest stretches of the road in the country for this Halloween. Allstate's report gathered data from its DriveWise program, which tracks driver habits such as speeding or sudden braking. Aggressive driving behavior is most common on the weekends, and with the Halloween falling on Friday this year, the insurance company says the typical weekend driving hazards will be compounded by the Halloween festivities to make roads especially dangerous. The riskiest time to drive this weekend will be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, while the risk drops to its lowest point during the prime trick-or-treating hours after today from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. San Antonio was the only Texas city that has the stretch of road in its report's top 50, despite the state's reputation for high-flying interchanges. Whether you're driving yourself or taking an Uber, be sure to stay safe on the roads this weekend.
It's finally starting to feel like fall in Texas, and our chief meteorologist Luke Morton has your update on if it's time to break out the sweaters for the season. Take it away, Luke.
Good afternoon, happy Friday, and happy Halloween to everyone. I hope your week has been fright-tastic and that you've been enjoying the wonderful weather that we have been having lately. We even had lows in the 40s these past few mornings, which might have set a chill down your spine. Anyways, your Halloween definitely will be more of a treat than a trick, with temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s during trick-or-treat time under clear skies. Lows tonight should be in the low 50s, so be sure to bundle up for any festivities. This next weekend looks to be spooktacular. First weekend of November with sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s and lows in the mid-50s. Plan any outdoor activities with confidence and enjoy the weather that has been months awaited. Also, a friendly PSA that we fall back this weekend, so don't forget to set your clock an hour back on Saturday night and get prepared for it to be getting dark quite early starting this Sunday. Next week looks picture perfect week with highs in the upper 70s at the beginning of the week and the low 80s toward the end of the week. Skies should be mostly sunny each day with lows in the mid 50s to low 60s. It has finally started to feel like fall here in South Texas, and I'm personally all for it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this week. I hope you all have a fantastic Halloween, and I will see you all next week.
Don't let the heat stop you from getting in the Halloween spirit. San Antonio offers numerous ways people can go out and have fun during the spooky season. Many theme parks in the area host Halloween events with themes, haunted houses, food, and more. Six Flags Fiesta Texas annually hosts Fright Fest. SeaWorld is hosting a similar event called Howl or Scream, and Morgan's Wonderland throws a Halloween bash. If you're looking for a classic haunted house, 13th Floor is a popular San Antonio haunted house experience. A more family-friendly option would be the San Antonio Zoo. They are currently decked out with Halloween decorations and have free trick-or-treating daily until October 31st. And if you're simply in the mood for a classic Halloween movie, San Pedro Playhouse is showing the Rocky Horror Picture Show twice on Halloween night.
As election season begins, one of the most discussed measures on San Antonio ballots this November is Project Marvel. Making up propositions A and B, Project Marvel is a plan to build a new arena for the San Antonio Spurs, along with an entertainment district around it downtown. If the measures are passed, the city of San Antonio will be allowed to contribute $311 million to the arena through venue taxes. According to AP News, the Spurs have said they will commit $500 million towards the project and will spend $1.4 billion in private development around the arena. The Spurs' current lease in the Frostbank Center ends in 2032, and the Spurs have no plans to extend their stay. The owner of Spurs Sports and Entertainment, Peter J. Holt, said, quote, "My truth and our truth is there's no plan B," end quote. Polling suggests the upcoming vote will be close, with a poll released by UTSA showing 40% of voters support the arena plan, while 46% oppose it.
Coming up, what candy you can expect to see the most this Halloween, and more updates on the government shutdown as it nears 1 month of being shut down. Don't go away, we'll be right back in 60 seconds.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour, if we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Halloween may be more stretchy than sweet this year. Gummy candy has grown in popularity, and candy buyers, including chocolate candy, have shrunk. According to AP News, last year, around 52% of candy sales leading up to Halloween were chocolate, while this year it is 44%. This may be due to rising chocolate prices and chocolate harvests that have been worse than projected than the past few years. According to CNN, some candy brands are also finding ways to put less chocolate in their products in order to avoid the higher prices, such as Nestlé inventing the cinnamon toast flavored Kit Kat. However, no matter which type of candy you'll be buying, it'll be more expensive than last year. According to an analysis of data by Groundwork Collaboration, candy will cost almost 11% more than last year. For comparison, prices usually only rise in the low single digits to keep the inflation. So it seems no matter what kind of treat you'll be buying, your wallet will always feel tricked.
Yesterday, Trinity's Wellness Services put on a fun and spooky campus event to promote alcohol safety during Halloween. Newswave reporter Odalis Caballero got our inside scoop on the event. Take a look.
This Thursday, October 30th, Trinity University's Wellness Services hosted Spook Smart, a fun and educational event designed to help students enjoy a safer Halloween. The event encouraged smart decision-making around alcohol consumption while offering a variety of games, treats, and giveaways inspired by the spooky season. We spoke with several organizing members to learn more about the purpose behind the event.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
And today we're with the Spook Smart Wellness Fair. We are the Student Inclusion and Belonging Office.
Today we're talking about the difference between creative and cultural appropriation. The difference is adopting elements that are not a part of your culture while also not being culturally aware of their significance or their meaning a part of that culture. So feel free to stop by and spin our wheel and learn the difference between the two.
The setup featured multiple themed stations, each focusing on different aspects of alcohol safety. One of the highlights of the event was the mocktail competition, where students sampled creative, non-alcoholic drinks and voted for their favorites. Another popular station was the educational session on alcohol percentages and effects, where students could see firsthand how drink concentration and serving sizes influence blood alcohol levels. Let's hear what members had to say.
Hi, I'm Marlena.
And I'm Bryce.
And we're with Wellness Services, and we're trying to educate about standard drink sizes.
And this is really important because I personally really like shots.
And I really like wine.
But we can't drink the same amount because shots are much stronger. So it's important to know how much liquid goes into one standard drink for different types of alcohol.
According to members of TU Wellness, the goal was to make learning about alcohol safety approachable and engaging to students, especially during a season of celebrations. Trinity students are enthusiastic for this spooky season, and Wellness Services is equally dedicated to ensuring the safety of all students. We here at Newswave wish you all a happy Halloween. This past Sunday, dozens of dressed-up dogs took to the East Village of New York City in the 35th Annual Dog Parade. The event, hosted by nonprofit group New York Dog Parade, saw countless pets and owners dressed up for a parade and costume competition. In addition to being fun and entertaining, the Halloween parade is also intended to help dogs in shelters to get adopted, with the front of the parade led by dogs hoping to find a new home. With creativity on full display, notable dog costumes included Courage the Cowardly Dog, President Pup, Brahmin Poodle, and this year's winner, a trio of dogs dressed up as cereal, along with their accompanying human companions dressed up as Snap, Crackle, and Pop. The event's organizations hope that in addition to having fun, many people present at the parade will visit local shelters and find their next four-legged friend.
As it has been for the last several weeks, the U.S. government is still shut down. The shutdown began on October 1st and has lasted the entire month. This is the second longest amount of time the government has been shut down, with the longest being 35 days in 2018 and 2019. According to the BBC, 1.4 million federal workers are currently on unpaid leave or working without pay. Additionally, many key government programs have been shut down, including food stamp programs. Others have been able to continue through other means of funding, such as pay for military members, but only temporary solutions have been reached. Only time will tell when Senate Republicans and Democrats will come to an agreement.
Still ahead, your weekly Trinity Sports Update and a closer look at how Halloween is celebrated around the world. We'll be right back after this short message.
Hi! Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping are expected to reach a deal of advert to 100% U.S. tariff of Chinese goods. The U.S. tariff threat results from Beijing making plans to restrict its rare earth minerals. These earth minerals are essential for electronic devices and defense technologies. The Trump administration has viewed Beijing's potential restrictions as a threat to their supply. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has said that the threat of the U.S. tariff gives, quote, a very substantial framework. To talk to China, Trump has said that he will first talk to President Xi about fentanyl, which Trump said has cited that one of his justifications for imposing tariffs.
As the fall sports seasons begin to come to a close, Newswave sports editor Ian Strang has your update on what to expect.
Happy Halloween. I'm Ian Strang, and welcome back to another week of Tigers Athletics. Things are getting spooky as we approach the end of the regular season for many teams, so let's get right into it. Number 23, Trinity Football, had a close game against Center in their alumni game this last weekend. With just 10 minutes left on the clock, the Colonels cut the Tigers' lead to a one-score game. However, the Colonels' luck ended as their offense kept getting pushed back until Nobodo and Pricemeyer sandwiched the Pirate quarterback into his own end zone for a safety. Tiger football plays in Tennessee this weekend against the Sewanee Tigers. Number 10 ranked volleyball had their 11-game win streak and undefeated conference record come to an end with a loss at Southwestern last weekend. Tiger volleyball travels to Tennessee and Memphis this weekend to play against Rhodes and Memphis. Both are at the bottom of the conference standings and were defeated by the Tigers in September, and should be a good reset for the Tigers before they square off against Southwestern in 2 weeks. Number 6, men's soccer, beat their SAA opponents in Rhodes and Millsaps last weekend and had another dominant performance over Mary Hardin Baylor. The Tigers have had quite the regular season with a 14-1 overall record and undefeated in conference play. With their home game tomorrow against Southwestern, they look to finish this season undefeated. The Tigers and Pirates are currently tied for first in the SAA standings, meaning that one of the two teams will be walking away from the Paul with their undefeated conference record and the other walking away as the SAA regular season champions. After the game, the Tigers will head to Southwestern on Wednesday to play in the SAA Conference Championship Tournament. We will give you an update on their conference tournament while it happens next Friday. Women's soccer pulled to number 1 in the SAA last weekend after a one-score win over Rhodes on Friday night and a 10-0 goal shutout of Millsaps on Sunday. This put Trinity in a position to get a regular season championship sweep in soccer across men's and women's teams. Women's soccer has one more home game tomorrow at 5 p.m. against Southwestern before moving on to the SAA Championships on Wednesday as the favorites. Tiger Cross Country will race their conference championship tomorrow morning in Georgetown. The men's race could go either way between the Barry Vikings and the Trinity Tigers. Barry hopes to claim their 4th conference title in a row, while Trinity looks to upset the status quo, winning the title as the newcomer and claiming their 1st conference title since 2018. The women's team, who are ranked number 1 in the conference preseason poll, enters as the favorites over Center and Rhodes. The 3 teams saw each other earlier in the season at the Louisville cross-country race, where they finished 5 spots ahead of Center and 20 spots ahead of Rhodes. 2 times SAA Runner of the Week, Gianna Kina, led the Tigers in that Louisville performance and looks to claim the first women's individual title since 2021. Gianna will face steep competition from Rhodes' Alana Gentry, who ties Gianna in SAA Runner of the Weeks this season. When the two faced each other at Louisville, they finished just 4 spots and 9 seconds apart in the field of 416. Exciting opportunities for our Tigers this weekend. Come cheer on men and women's soccer tomorrow at 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. for their last regular season game. More information can be found on the Trinity Tigers website.
A Spanish town is taking drastic measures to protect a specific feline population this Halloween season. Teresa, located near Barcelona, has enacted a ban on the adoption of black cats. Officials in the municipality cited concerns that the animals could fall into nefarious hands due to their link with superstitions in the occult. The town's animal welfare service feared people may try to use the pets in cruel and irresponsible Halloween rituals. Neil Duque, the deputy mayor, explained that they see an increased interest in black cat adoptions as the month of October begins. The municipality worries that many of these pets would be abandoned after the festivities end, similar to what happens with rescue rabbits around Easter. Although no recorded incidents of abuse have occurred in Teresa, the city council has acted preemptively to ensure the safety of the felines. Deputy Mayor Duque stated they, quote, try to prevent people from adopting because it's trendy. Adding to the ban aims to prevent any macabre practices.
As we gear up to trick or treat and put on our favorite costumes around the world, Halloween is celebrated in different ways. According to History.com, a lot of countries around the globe celebrate Halloween in the way we know it. Other versions of the holiday are celebrated as well. In Latin America, Dia de los Muertos is commemorated with a 3-day-long celebration to honor the dead, as it is believed that they will return to their earthly homes on October 31st. To prepare for their arrival, many families create an altar in their home and decorate it with items like candy, flowers, pictures, and even deceased favorite food. In Ireland, where Halloween originated, their festivities date back to the Celtic festival Samhain, which is when the barrier between the physical and the spiritual world opened. While their festivities are similar to ours in the modern day, some communities still honor the Celtic tradition by lighting bonfires and playing traditional games. Though lots of countries celebrate the modern interpretation of All Hallows' Eve, it's important to recognize where the holiday came from and learn about the exciting traditions that other cultures celebrate.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today.
From all of us here at Newswave, we hope that you have a fun and safe Halloween weekend. Until next time, I'm Odalis Caballero.
And I'm Kiara Taylor. Happy Halloween!